Hi, my name is Zach Glass, and this is my Chapter 2 video journal for BPT 112-900, the Amstel Light commercial. I wouldn't have produced the spot the same way personally. I think the speaker has an almost mischievous voice, almost untrustworthy sounding. He spoke a little fast. I don't think he emphasized the right words personally. I don't think the script never mentioned the word beer once. I'm not sure if that's because of some FCC regulation for the radio, but it never really says the word beer. So towards the middle of the commercial, and when you say Amstel Light, you're assuming it's a beer. I mean, if you've never heard of Amstel Light, you might end up not even knowing what the commercial's about by the end of it. So I think at least saying beer once would have made it a little bit better. I also think the life or the who says nothing's perfect could be swapped out for something like life may not be perfect. It would fit better with the way the video started, I think, because it doesn't start off with what people say like nothing's perfect. It just said, it doesn't feel like it fits all together beginning to end with that towards the end. I also think the beginning's a little brash. I don't think the hey, I don't think that's needed to get the receiver's attention. I get why it's there, but I wouldn't have went with it. I think you could have just went right into um, the things that would make life a little bit more perfect. It would have been it would have caught the ear just as well personally. Um, it's really pandering specific to one small narrow demographic, which I think the way that they set this commercial up, that's a mistake because you could have hit a few different light beer drinking demographics they had three different scenarios there that would make life a little bit more perfect, and they were all kind of directed towards that one, I would say, married, um, upper 20s, to 40s male, things that would probably annoy that age group and demographic. Whereas they could have hit maybe the female light drinking beer demographic with a um, example that might have related to them. Um, they could have probably hit people that are trying to watch their figure, that light beer drinking demographic, which is a huge demographic probably, with another example specifically directed towards them, and then kept one of the ones they used to hit that demographic they were definitely aiming for. But maybe this was just a pinpoint ad campaign here, so that might have been what they were going for. Um, I think the info I would need to have seen in the script to get my final recorded produced spot would be what type of vocal inflections, voice timbre, talking speed will the speaker have and use. I think that really should have been, and it might have been. I think that would have been something I would have wanted to have seen. I would have also wanted to know what type of background music you were going to use. Very important in a spot like this. Uh, is the speaker going to try to engage the receiver as like a familiar friend, a buddy, or as like a cool guy, like telling this is what, a perfect beer is like. This is what makes life a little bit more perfect. Um, why these three examples of the would be perfect if? Do they connect? They don't. Is there any rhyme or reason to them? Why were these three examples used? What are they trying to make the receiver think? I would have liked to have seen that on the script. Um, or was it just randomized to keep the receiver interested in the Amstel Light perfect pitch, just to get him to that pitch there? That would have been something I would have wanted to see on the script. As it relates to background music and sound effects, there's only two tracks going on. There's the speaker and there's the background music, which is a light jazz. I think the music's sophisticated and relaxing, and I guess it's trying to make the receiver associate Amstel Light with sophistication and relaxation, which that's not bad, I don't think. It's definitely a higher end beer, so that probably is going right where they want it to go. And the inflection in the speaker's voice is portraying perfumes and chores and math is imperfect parts of life that would be a little bit more perfect if they were different in the way they mentioned, and that nothing is really perfect, but Am So Light is perfect. So that's the inflection direction going on there. This has been my video journal for Chapter 2. Thank you.